for Virgo, please, for Virgo. Calling upon the universe. Can I have some messages, please, for Virgo? What does Virgo need to hear today? What does Virgo need to hear? Here we go, Virgo. All right, Virgo, bottom of the deck's the overall. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, Virgo. All right, she's the all-knowing, right? She's a very passive energy, sits at the back of the room, sees what's going on. She's got that high intuition. You see all the high vibrations coming off her head. All right, so this indicates you have high intuition at this time, Virgo. All right, you'll know what's going to happen before it happens. Okay, Virgo, so pay attention. You got that inner knowing. All right, Virgo, your present situation. Venus in Cancer, 2 of Cups, love. All right, Virgo, we haven't got that right in the middle of the reading for a while. This is finding the perfect partner, the perfect mate, that person you want to be with all the time. All right, possible commitment and love, or doing things you love, or being with someone that you love. All right, Virgo, so that's nice. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords. Well, she's not a challenge. She's a conduit of truth too. She sees the truth. She sees the truth. So you're going to see some truths. So this queen here, she's up high in the clouds, parting those clouds. So she has a different perspective on things. She doesn't deal with emotion. She just deals with facts. So she's, just sees the truth, speaks the truth, tells it like it is. All right, very intelligent, highly psychic, just like that High Priestess, okay, and super intelligent. She'll give you the right words to say, all right, and you're going to see some truths, all right, Virgo. Below position, we have the Prince of Cups. All right, there he is bringing in that cup of love. He's about your emotions and your feelings. He's all like a daydreamy guy. He's an artist, musician, someone like that, creative arts he works in. All right, so he has to go out and daydream to get those creative ideas, maybe dreaming about love, could be dreaming about love. Absolutely. All right, or maybe you're trying to get some good creative ideas for your side hustles or things like that. But it could be love, Virgo. All right, your past position, which could be yesterday or last week, we have the Princess of Wands. And that's a beautiful energy coming in nice. She's very attractive, charming, good looking, magnetic, drawing people to her. Okay, she's the life of the party. Everybody likes to be around her. She's a fun, light, carefree energy. She's always up in her head, imagination, looking for new ideas. Kind of like him too, right? New creative ideas, inspirations, imagination. So you're coming in from a beautiful place. All right, Virgo, your future position. It's a Virgo card, Queen of Discs. All right, earthy, down, grounded energy. It's about money, right? She's made her money. She's sitting pretty, and she's a healer, an artist type person, down to earth. She's made her money. She's sitting up in that mountain looking back at that path she's walked. All right, Virgo, so this indicates that you'll be heading for your financial stability and security as well, okay? You're working on getting like that Queen of Discs, getting in that position in life, and that's a beautiful thing. All right, Virgo, your near future position. You have the Nine of Swords, cruelty. All right, that's that people from the past, the ones that like to put you down and all that, with their words. And, maybe they're still buzzing around, right? They're watching you. They're watching your glow up, And, just don't pay them any mind, Virgo. We're done with those. All right, Virgo, in your mind, what are you thinking? You have the Aeon card. All right, the universe this is the second last card of the major arcana, indicating a timeline in your life's coming to an end. The universe wants you to walk through that portal. Everything you want's behind that portal, but you don't know it. So it's taking the leap of faith, trusting in the process, and just moving forward, going to your next cycle. That's in your mind. You know you got to do it, Virgo. Your mind's sharp at this time, so you know it. All right, Virgo. In your environment, Virgo, we have the Knight of Cups now. Wow. So he's bringing in the cup of love. He's all about joy and excitement and feeling good. Love. All right. He's all about love. He knows how to go with the flow here. He's sweet and innocent, caring knight. And you've got the Prince of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Cups. All right, Virgo. So, looks like a little bit of love's coming into your life. All right, this is in your environment. So keep your eyes open. All right, Virgo. Present situation, environment. All right, Virgo. Keep your eyes open. All right, Virgo, in your hopes and fears, we have the Ace of Cups. Okay, Virgo. This is joy and excitement, a brand new beginning. And it is a cup of love coming for you. All right, but you know what I say, you got to fill your own cup up first, right? Take good care of you, you know? Eat right, exercise, put the right thoughts in your head, rest, take care of you, and then you'll have something to give. You'll have a full cup to give from, Virgo. All right, look at this. Well, I think there's some love coming into your life, Virgo. Look at that. The Knight of Cups, the Prince of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. I mean, there you go. There, it's all laid out for you, Virgo. And you got that High Priestess. You're going to know if it's right, if it's the right one or not. All right, Virgo, this looks awesome. It's beautiful. I don't want to put it down. Maybe these people here are watching. Maybe these people from the past are watching this go down. All right, Virgo. They're probably jealous, you know, whatever. But this is strong. This is very strong here. All right, Virgo, the final card and outcome of this beautiful reading. We have Mars and Capricorn, 3 disc work. All right, so it's not work. It's like doing your creative hustle, your side hustle, something like that you love to do. And you collaborate with like-minded people. You learn from each other, you help each other, you mentor each other, and you all love what you're doing. So all this love, it could be, you know, doing that work you love and then meeting that right person through that work. And you work together and y'all enjoy it. And this is a beautiful reading, Virgo. This is awesome. It always ties in with the work. That is awesome. All right, Virgo. Let's get one animal spirit card for Virgo, please. One card, please, for Virgo. One card for Virgo. Okay, that one jumped out. Okay, whale spirit. Trust the great mystery. All right, Virgo. It's mysterious. It's mysterious. Trust the great mystery, Virgo. All right, Virgo, that was a great reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I did, and I'll catch you next time.